If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
Hello, guess who's back with another release notes? Yes, indeed, it is me. It has been a while that I've made one because nothing noteworthy happened, but today Bytro Game Labs, they made a major upgrade. As you can see, the skin here on the homepage has been changed. They have reorganized, they have tried to make things more visual as soon as you log in. Unfortunately, with every update of the game, there are also bugs. So there have been problems with games all day long that were not accessible, or players weren't able to give troops any orders. And you can see here on the homepage, user profile, it's not accessible. You've got achievements, not accessible. Recent news, same thing. So there are still a bit problems. More games, I can access games here from the homepage instead of going to the gaming tab. Talking about tabs, let's go to news and let's read more for the release notes. Private historical World War map, and this is probably the biggest change in the game in this update, and it is major. Finally, you can make your own 30-player community game. This is very cool for all the roleplay communities who can finally make their own game. So you can already guess what I'm going to do for my July community game. You've got it. I'm gonna make a historical World at War map, and you have guessed it, I'm gonna play Germany. Why? Because I can. Bam! And on top of it, it is free if you have premium account, and all the players who have premium account, they can join it for free too. If you don't have premium account, you can pay 5,000 gold to join the game. Secondly, they also have reworked the home screen of the new beta client to improve the usability and provide you with the most valuable information and options immediately after entering the game. I've already showed you this. They have reworked the whole homepage. And last but not least, we implemented a change designed to increase the game performance and address FPS drops when hovering over elements on the map. Well, I can tell you, the game is not as fast now. It is lagging pretty much. So every time they do an upgrade, there's also some problems. This is unfortunate, however. For a complete overview and all details about today's changes, updates and bug fixes, or bugs created with the update, please check out our detailed release notes. So let's go to this one, which gives me now another page. So you can now make a 30-player historical World at War with a premium account. Join if you have 5,000 gold or premium account. That was my cat. She's happy as well. She loves Call as War as much as I do. Furthermore, for the beta client, the home screen has been reworked. You have now your player rank and stats on top, and you can start a new match straight away. Add the ready for a new battle on the homepage. You don't necessarily need to click to the new games tab. And they made a news section about your current games that you are playing to make it more convenient for you to join any of the running games. They added a tile with the latest news, but as you saw, it is not available just yet. And then they did a couple bug fixes. A bug was fixed that prevented defensive damage from being applied to planes. That was actually an interesting exploit. But so now, if a player now surprise attacks, you will defend, which is good. Apparently there was a bug on mobile devices where there was a problem with the resource cost of a unit. They resolved also the pathways on mobile, and they fixed the bug also in the Europe Road to War map, a game that I never play as it's only with 10 players. It is way too easy. Was this helpful? Yes, it was. And so for no longer ado, let's check it out, how to make a historical World at War game. So I can go to the Create Game tab. I have now here Historic World War. You need to have a minimal rank of 17 to make this game. It's a gold feature and you need to have premium account or pay 5,000 gold to join. Game of BMFox. And now if I go to settings, I can protect it with a game password, which is very good for the roleplay community so that they can protect their games. You can use random country selection or free selection. You can make up to 3 teams. You can enable or disable supply drops. You can make a game anonymous if you would like to. You can change the number of players that can play the game here with this sliding bar. Start of the game either now or when full. And then you also have the advanced settings where you can select a certain kind of level of players that can join the game. If you want to play a private game and you only want veteran players in it, for example, you could say I only want players in it who are first lieutenant, for example, or higher. You can add up to 14 days of peace period for players and up to 14 days of peace for AI. And you have the anti-cheat that you can disable, which you shouldn't, because if you disable the anti-cheat, it's going to make your game unranked. If your game is unranked, your stats will not be affected. This can be interesting for a roleplay game. However, if you make this game and there is a problem afterwards, when the anti-cheat is not activated, game operators will normally not be able to intervene on your map and you will be in trouble. So I would always advise to keep the anti-cheat on unless you are playing a roleplay game with people that you can trust. If not, always use the anti-cheat. This is it for this release notes. I am very happy that we can make finally the historic World at War. Not for me, because I'm not a big fan of the map like some of you might know, but this really is a very good thing for our roleplay community, and it is going to reduce the workload of Bytro staff. And I love when our workload is being reduced so that we have more time to host events, organize tournaments, and to pass more time with the community. So this is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see each other soon on the next occasion.